Chapter 22, Friday, March 23rd, money saved, $229.82. Mom made tacos for dinner. I love taco night, especially when Mom served both the hard, crispy tacos and the soft flour ones. I like to have one of each. One more week, sighed Lexi. I'll be glad when it's over, win or lose. I know what you mean, but it's been so much work. What if neither of us earns enough money? Lexi shook her head. One of us will win. One of us has to. I nodded. I wasn't sure what would be worse, having a cat or having no pet at all. Then I remembered I was talking to Lexi. Perfect, horrible Lexi. Having a cat would be way, way worse. I eyed the hard taco tortillas on the plate between us. Lexi spied them too. I reached for them. Lexi reached faster. She grabbed all four. Hey, one at a time, I complained. Says who, baby brother? Snorted Lexi. I'm not a baby, I groused. Mom! She came over to the table carrying the lettuce and the tomatoes for the tacos. Not that I would ever put any vegetables in mine. I was purely a cheese and meat guy. Yes, Otto? Mom said with a tired voice. Lexi took 4 taco shells, I whined, pointing. She never eats 4 tacos. I'm hungry, she claimed. Mom threw her an I'm not in the mood look, and Lexi put one of the shells back on the serving plate. The shell cracked in half. Whoops, Lexi said. She did that on purpose, I hooted. No, I didn't, said Lexi. You're always ruining everything. No, I'm not. You're the worst sister in the world. You're the worst brother. We are not getting a cat, I growled. We are not getting a dog, she growled back. Otto, Lexi, please, yelled Mom. Can't we just eat in peace? Lexi and I stared at each other. She opened her eyes wide, and I opened mine wider. I wasn't going to blink before she did. No way. But my eyes watered, especially my left one. It was getting increasingly hard to keep them open. I just had to concentrate a little more. And I blinked. Lexi smirked. So how's the challenge going? Asked Mom, picking up a flour tortilla. Or shouldn't I ask? Great, Lexi and I answered at the exact same time. My dog walking is breaking records for money making, I added, and I'm very responsible. I didn't mention all the problems I had. My sign painting is helping me explore my artistic side. It's important to be well-rounded. I should get extra points for that. Your bum is well-rounded, I said. You're so dead, Lexi spat, burrowing holes in my head with her eyes. Well, my dog walking is helping dog owners and dogs, so I should get double extra points for that, I said. I should get triple extra points because Otto's a loser, Lexi snapped. There are no such things as triple extra points, I yelled. There are no such things as extra points at all, Lexi yelled back. If you two don't knock it off, this contest is over. Got it? Mom hollered. So that made us quiet. I reached across the table and grabbed one of the hard shells from Lexi's plate, but I grabbed it too hard and the tortilla shell snapped into pieces. Nice job, Lexi chortled. I'm going to crush you like that taco shell, I muttered under my breath. Mom glared at me. Just kidding, I said with a smile. Mom put down the soft taco she was in the process of folding. When she spoke, her tone was anything but friendly. Is this about getting a dog, Otto, or about beating your sister? Isn't that the same thing? I don't like how this is going, said Mom. This should be a healthy competition, not this. She waved her hands while she said the last word. What's this? I asked. War, she said. It's like war, and it isn't pretty. War isn't pretty, I grumbled. I wasn't kidding, said Mom. If you two can't get along, no one is getting a pet, understand? I'm sorry, Lexi, I croaked, gritting my teeth. Me too, said Lexi. I'm sure she meant it as little as I did. Done, she yelled. She somehow managed to eat 2 entire tacos while we were talking. I need to go downtown to buy more art supplies. Can you drive me, Mom? After I eat, Mom mumbled, picking up her newly created taco, but not looking particularly hungry. I haven't even started my dinner yet. Well, I'll be waiting in the car. Lexi walked her empty plate to the dishwasher. I'm done too, I muttered, wedging an entire taco into my mouth. I'm not sure if Mom understood a thing I said, since it sounded more like, "Ow!" but I wasn't going to let Lexi beat me at eating dinners. Besides, I had a dog walking appointment that night, and then I needed to do some homework, maybe. I didn't want to think about all the worksheets waiting for me in my backpack. Put your plate in the dishwasher, Mom ordered me, and put your jacket that's lying in the front hall away. To both Lexi and me, she yelled. And I meant what I said. This is a family, not 2 countries. But Lexi was already out the door, and I was walking away from the table with my dirty plate. Anyway, Mom was wrong. Lexi was the country of dumb kitten land, and I was the mighty United Dogs of America, and my country was counting on me. When I returned home from dog walking that evening, homework waited for me. I sat at the kitchen table and opened my folder of schoolwork. What I really, really wanted to do, though, was sleep. I had gotten some school assignments back that day. I hadn't done well, but at least I was passing my classes. I stared at all the red pen marks and the note from my teacher that read, "You can do better." I wanted to write back, but I can't do better, or I'll never earn enough money, and I will have to live with a cat. I kept the schoolwork in my folder. I couldn't let Mom see it, or at least not yet. I'd show her my grades after we had a dog. I knew Mom would fall in love with our new pet immediately and wouldn't get rid of it no matter how many D's I got. This was the stretch run, the final week. It was no time to slow down and start catching up on school. It was about making enough money. It was about beating Lexi. If only there was a way to do homework and walk dogs at the same time. I tried that a few days ago, and my nose still hurt from when I walked into a wall while reading. So that wasn't going to work. Doing more than one thing at the same time is called multitasking. I needed to multitask. I called to Malcolm. How are we doing on money? I asked. I was a little nervous. We had talked at lunch. I had handed him his share of the earnings, and I told him how much money I had in my shoebox. He said he'd crunch some numbers to make sure we were on track. The deadline was looming. There was silence on the other end. Hello? I asked. Anyone there? Not good, he said finally. We need to average about 5 dog walks a day to make it. 5 a day? I groaned. Maybe if I skip dinner and school and breathing. I have an idea, he muttered. But no, never mind. But you can't say never mind to someone, ever, because the person always wants to hear what you're never minding. Out with it! He cleared his throat. No, it's a bad idea. There's no such thing as bad ideas, I assured him. Of course there are. Bad ideas are a thing, he said. Remember the firecracker and cauliflower incident? I would rather have not thought about that. Fine, there are bad ideas, but what's yours? He sighed. It's a bad idea, he warned. But if you walked more than one dog at once... My eyes grew big. My head shook up and down in agreement, although Malcolm couldn't see me. That's multitasking! Sort of, said Malcolm. But it's a terrible idea, so forget I said it. It's a brilliant idea, I yelled. I can't believe I didn't think of it. Double, triple, and quadruple book, I boomed. What do you call booking 5 things at a time? Quintuple booking? Yes, that too. Real dog walkers don't walk just one at a time. They walk a group. I want a quintuple booked appointment first thing Monday after school. I'm pretty sure I heard Malcolm arch his eyebrows. It's a lot harder walking more dogs. What if something goes wrong? What could go wrong? Really, I can think of about 300 things without even trying. The dog fights, they don't cooperate, you can't control them, Fine, I get the idea, I said. But this is my business. You work for me. Make the calls. You're being bossy again. Sorry, just do it, okay? I paused. Please. Fine, I'll book 2 dogs at once. 5 dogs, I insisted. Malcolm sighed and said he'd start calling the next day. I hung up and opened my social studies textbook. I was supposed to read chapter 18, but I never made it past the second page in the chapter. I read it about 8 times and I still had no idea what I was reading. I'm not sure how long I was there, but when I woke up, I was still in the kitchen and my head was on the book and the sun was up. I was still on the second page. At least it was something. I'd do the other 18 pages of homework some other time. Soon. Our next chapter is chapter 23, Saturday, March 24th through Sunday, March 25th. Money saved, $251.82.